The MG-HS mid-sized SUV. More space, more safety tech with MG Pilot, and more peace of mind. All from only $29,990 drive away. The MG-HS. It's the more you've been looking for.
There, online, and on your smart speaker. Budget cool trucks have arrived. Refrigerated trucks and tippers for hire.
Hit News Briefing.
Hi there, Isabelle Everett with your news briefing. If you're finding it harder to make ends meet lately, it's not just groceries, fuel or rent that are hurting the hip pocket. New figures reveal wholesale electricity prices have more than doubled from the same period last year, going up a whopping 141%. Scott Morrison has hit back after the Solomon Islands PM accused his government of being hypocrites. Canberra has raised concern about the country's military deal with China, but Manasseh Sogavare says he was blindsided by our AUKUS agreement and found out through the media. ScoMo says he didn't raise any issues at the time.
I did have conversation with the Prime Minister at the day following the announcement, and no issues were raised in that discussion, but obviously as time goes on there's obviously been clearly some other influences in the perspective taken by the Solomon Islands Prime Minister.
A reminder, if you're in your car, it's Fatality-Free Friday. It comes as new research reveals the number of people killed on Aussie roads increased last year compared to 2020, despite more lockdowns across the nation. Australian Road Safety Foundation CEO Russell White says it's alarming news.
I think there is some really big concerns in a post-COVID environment. We didn't have reductions that we would have expected with people being in lockdown. I guess the big concern is that we don't end up with a different sort of pandemic, and that's a pandemic of road trauma.
And carpool karaoke king James Corden is quitting his US talk show, The Late Late Show. The British comedian and actor has hosted the show since 2015. He says now's the right time to move on and see what else might be out there. Ergon is urging drivers to slow down when roadside power line works are in progress. Please follow the traffic control signs and speed limits for everyone's safety. The Bulldogs have been wrapped in controversy this week after General Manager of Football Phil Gould ran one of their training sessions, giving players a talking to for underperforming. The Dogs have only won one game so far this season, firmly on the bottom of the ladder. But Lock Max King says Gus hasn't interrupted their preparation for tomorrow's clash with the Roosters.
We're great men. If we're in a performance industry and if we're not performing, then there's people that need to be accountable for things, and it wasn't to chip anyone, it's just being accountable for our actions.
Nine South Sydney face Manly.
Cloudy with a slight chance of a shower for central Queensland this afternoon. 29 the top in Rockhampton. Tomorrow partly cloudy, 28 in Rocky, 27 in Gladstone. And our listener app is your new home of local news. Download the app now to listen live or on demand.